Hey guys, this is Toxic, and today we are speaking with a legend in the GTA community, originally a leader of Reap or Reapers of Life, then went on to create his own style called HNG, or was the main backing of the HNG style, even if it was against how he was as a player. As you'll find out in this interview, you'll learn all his ideas in the very beginning, his thought process when starting GTA back in 2013, and his top competitors. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. I know I've had a few interviews in the past, with Dark Lord, Vitzy, Feng Shui, and whatnot. Comment below who else you want me to talk to and who else you'd like to hear from. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Grab some popcorn and enjoy the story of Chaun Reaper.
This shit straight off the dome, this shit classic, baby. I was raised without my daddy, I'm a ratchet, baby. Like shit been on my mind, that shit that agitate. That bitch keep blowing my phone, that bitch that aggravate. This shit straight off the dome, this shit classic, baby. I was raised without my daddy, I'm a ratchet, baby. Like shit been on my mind, that shit that agitate. That bitch blowing on my phone, that bitch that aggravate. She wanna have my baby, that bitch that cuckoo crazy.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I know previous interview episodes, I had Feng Shui, I had Vitzy, I had everybody like that. But today I'm speaking with Chaun Reaper, one of the OGs. Your favorite player's idol is Chaun Reaper. I guarantee. How are you doing today, Chaun?
I'm good.
So give us a brief backstory, I guess, of just who you are and what you represent in the GTA com.
Represent is always Reaper, rest in peace. You ain't Reapers of life, then y'all pretty much ops. But I ain't gonna say it like that because I made best friends with a few ops. But
Okay.
yeah, the community was cool. We just came in trying to pretty much be solo players at GTA free mode, but eventually we got deep enough in the lobbies where we had enough crew members where we could try to challenge other crews. And we see other crews in the lobby as well, and we just call them out. I don't know what you mean by backstory where you want me to start because there's so much history.
No
But
worries.
when we first started, that's where it was at.
Yeah, so back when you first got onto GTA, were you in the mindset of turning competitive and beating everybody, or were you in the mindset of, I'm going to grind this game? What was your first thoughts, I guess, hopping on GTA Online?
Hopping on GTA Online, I thought I'd honestly be a solo player. Like, just going to lobbies, just trying to see if I could challenge everybody. I wanted to be the best player, so I'd be a solo player. And then if somebody can hang with me, like most people, it'd be like 30 or 1, 40 or 1. I'm like, yeah, I'm just blowing them up. But if you can hang with me, like it's like 15 and 15, I'm like, oh, this person is a little competitive. I want to add them as a friend and start playing them at TDMs because I just wanted to be the best player to get some practice. That's my first mindset of hopping in. And then people just saying that I was like a cool person and they want to join my crew. I'm like, it's really supposed to be an individual crew. But I just started recruiting people, and then I was recruiting people. It wasn't even just strictly CVC wise. It was just anybody that's cool. Sometimes I had females up in there, they didn't even know how to lift up their gun, but they had a cool character. So I'm like, it was just like a relaxing, cool, chilly crew. And eventually became competitive after I started challenging enough people that had other crews because we was deep enough and they wanted their revenge. But it eventually became competitive, but first it was just relaxing.
So who or what crew or who was the first competitor that you ran into? I know you're kind of around the time of PB and K UTLX, but a little bit before them as well. Were those your two main, I guess, competitors, or were there people before then that kind of gave a good competition for you?
You say PB and K and who else?
UTLX. I know Vitzy was in your crew at first, and then he left and made UTLX. But who was your first main competitor that you were going against?
Yeah, before that, we were still in the chill and relaxation mode. Vitzy, yeah, he made UTLX after leaving my shit. And after when he left my crew, I guess they was first the biggest main competitor because we damn, I felt some type of way. I'm like, you gonna leave my crew and take my players? But everybody else before that, it was like a breeze. Actually, I remember one other people. It was a free mode crew, but I don't really compare us to us because we auto aim players. There's a free mode crew named TTUG. And I was just online searching, trying to do my research and shit to try to see who's doing it first. And I'm like, damn, nobody doing it on the auto aim side. Everybody doing it on the free aim side. So I try to bring the crew aim, the crew battles on the auto aim side. And we transitioned to free aim too, because TTUG, and that was pretty much our first competitors because we wanted to play them in their playground. Like we could play any type of way at first. We ain't really had no rules. It was just like you just play your own play style. Then we eventually transitioned to rifles only, but like our own play style, we just play how we play. TTUG said they only play with rifles only and free aim. So we transitioned to that. We could play any type of way because we had play any type. We had all weapons for real. It was an all weapon crew. We'd take out grenade launchers and everything in free mode. We were just chilling.
Okay. So I know we're talking about competitive and whatnot. I want to run it back. On the GTA forums, a lot of people don't really know, but like back then they had GTA forums, which was like I guess the MLG of GTA. I'm guessing it's like where competitive crews can find each other. How was it on the GTA forums? Was it like, if you can give a brief rundown of how that was, like who were the top crews and how that community was on the GTA forums?
I honestly don't pay attention to none of the GTA forums. Only forum I pay attention to. My apologies. I honestly ain't pay attention to none of the GTA forums though. The only GTA forum that I paid attention to was when they kind of shouted us out. They was like, "Hey, it's Reapers of Life. They a competitive crew. They challenging anybody in auto aim, and pretty much gave us them the whole rundown on how we play." And I forget that forum. I forget the link to it, but I know Football Freak. If I could ever link up with him, I know he got the link still because he was cool. But he was also in the crew, and I don't know how people found crews on the forums, but when I found crews, it was strictly just a free mode. And if you got more than 3, 4 players in the crew, like I go down, I press down on the D-pad. I think I still remember how to do it. But I press down on the D-pad to pop up all the list of all the players. And then if I see it's like more than 3 or 4 players on the crews, we just challenge them. And then after we challenge them, I guess it get them some type of fire in them to try to challenge us back because we'll upload them and then I'll send everybody the link to the channel after we uploaded them, and then they be like, damn, they just battled us and then they uploaded us. So yeah, we got to get our get back. They make a new crew or something, or they keep the same crew or they original players. Like I know a couple people that kept the same crew.
Yeah.
But I never actually looked on forums to go find crews. I just went into random lobbies.
Okay. Yeah, I bet back then it was easier to get TDMs. Now it's like people in lobbies don't even join TDMs like that. You kind of have to have a community that'll actually join. So, I mean, it's cool to see that it was active back then. So I know you were talking about, we brushed a little bit on how Vitzy like left and created UTLX. So how was that moment? I guess why did he want to leave? I know at that time there was no concept of OG crews or what crews are going to be top crews or like, just the OG thing. Nowadays we look back like, oh my God, 2014, 2015, those are OGs. But when you're in that moment, you don't realize like it's going to be OG or it's going to be known a decade later. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I guess exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So how was that when like Vitzy left? I know at that time it wasn't really a big deal, but now looking back at it, he's one of the, fathers of Xbox Run and Gun, and you're like the father of Xbox Run and Gun and HNG as well. Like, how was that?
It was a big deal back then because when he left, he ain't just left. He kind of broke apart what I kind of started. Like I started just a whole bunch of cool people. I a shout out to Compulsive and shout out to Warrior/Turf or whatever the whole community want to call him. But yeah, when he was in my crew, his name was Warrior. He was a soldier that he had Compulsive. He brought him with him. And I just met with them in free mode, chilling with them. And then eventually, I guess it's called like, I forgot what it's called. It's like you pretty much going through a horde of enemies. I forgot what that shit called, but you playing a little free mode games and we chilling for real free mode there. We eventually go to TDMs and then playing where you fight a whole horde of enemies and you go through different levels and we make it to the top levels, hitting our motherfucking names on the
survival.
Yeah, survival. That's what it is. and we playing survival mode, and then we making the leadership boards on there. So we really was just relaxing and chilling. And then Vinci came along, and he was a little bit more serious when we got to the TDM parts, but he was doing everything else with us too. I'm guessing he was probably, I'm not sure we got him to the survival area, but he definitely was in free mode with us and playing TDMs with us. And he was trying to show us like different ways on how to move around. I'm like, yeah, that shit funny. But I was always a normal player. I never played claw or nothing like that. But all my players, I guess, like especially my main players, Warrior Composer, they kind of listened to him, and they loved and adapted to his style. Eventually left, and he broke apart. Pretty much my main people. Like I had Warrior Composer, Vissy, and I had a couple other people.
Yeah,
But he took.
I heard. Yeah, I heard from him that like initially the breakup happened because he was wanting everybody to change their name to a word in front to make it look professional and
Hey,
everybody would have the same gamer tag, but y'all weren't really on the
hey, I got
same.
something to say on there too.
Yeah,
I forgot about that part, but yeah, I got something on there too. He pretty much wanted. Like my crew name was Reap, REAP. So he wanted to Reap in front of everybody's name. But we got a little flavor and style and stuff, especially where I come from. I'm not about to have no Reap shine or Reap whatever. I'm like, that shit gonna look ugly as hell for us. So eventually I adapted to it when I made Chaun Reaper, but I figured out how to change it up. But I was not about to ever do no 4 letters in front of a name and make just everybody be forced to put them 4 letters. I'm like, we got to put a little swag, put a little style in it. And that's why I like the Foolies because Foolies, they spelled the whole name like Foolie Bills. I give him props to the biggest, to the fullest. And when it
yeah.
comes to UTLX, I like how they did it
Wait,
because
all
they
right,
put like
one sec,
UTL.
one sec. R.I.P. Bills. I just want to say that R.I.P. Bills.
Rest in peace, Bills. I'll be forgetting that he gone because his spirit's still here. Like
Yeah,
he's. Well, we're definitely forgetting that he gone because he's still here. I'll be talking to the homies and be like, damn, I can't wait to play the Foolies. And they be like, Foolie Bill's gone. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, I
bro.
forget every fucking time because that's not real for him.
It's just crazy
It's
how
like
big he
fake. It's just
was,
like a video game.
how much he was into the GTA 5 com, and now he's not going to be able to be in the GTA 6 com. Is like I remember playing Red Dead 2 with him, in the beginning, and GTA with him back in 2013, 14, like way back, and now GTA 6, he's not going to be there. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, just thinking about that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bills.
For sure.
Hopefully the Foolies live on. I know the Foolies will still live on. They go uplift their name.
Mm.
But yeah, it's back to as far as the 4 letters thing. I'm glad how Headaches did it. Like, I mean, not even Headaches, but everybody did it that way. Everybody copied UTLX. I'm glad how they kind of did it, where they put the UTL and a small X. Because
Mm.
everybody else part put a little 3 letters and a small X, and it started looking a little bit professional. But before giant letters, like with Reap, I wasn't about to do that. So I've had to figure out an alternative, and then the alternative was just add a Reaper in the back of your name because I do get the concept you want loyal members and people that's strictly bound to this crew, but it became something different. Everybody just get one free gamer tag whenever they make them a new account and become crew hoppers. Like it get deeper than that. But if we go back from the start, the whole concept was just, hey, you got these loyal members, these your members, and these the members that you battling with every single time you go to the crew battle. And if you're not battling with them, you got a big crew like Greek. Then hey, you make sure everybody got the same concept in their gamer tag, so like we know that that's a Reaper, and that's why I added Reaper at the end because I give UTLX some props on that. But I was not about to do the 4 letters. I wasn't about to
Yeah.
do the giant.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So, I know I've spoken in the past with a few of my friends and a few people about tournaments. I know in the beginning of GTA 5, Rockstar hosted some tournaments on Twitch, and I know PB&K and UTLX were a part of them. I'm not sure if Reap was in them at all, but I know they used to live stream tournaments. What are your thoughts on, I guess, tournaments going forward? Like, are you excited about the GTA 6 tournaments, if any, or kind of where are you at with like tournaments? Do you think we could possibly turn this into like a MLG tournament type of thing, like Call of Duty, or what's your thoughts on that?
That's you pretty much read my mind. That's my exact thoughts, but at the same time, it's like halfway reading my mind because I'm like, I might just restart again how I originally started, and that's just being a solo player and just going. I already broke up with pretty much all my crew members. I ain't got pretty much no original members. I got a few of them where I got their numbers, but yeah, that's that. When I ain't really got no original members, I'm just like, I could start off as a solo player again. Everybody gonna want to join it, but it's gonna be all members that's like old members, and I'm about building. I want to build a whole new way of playing GTA. If we doing crew battles, because the shooting through the walls and the Houdinis, whatever they want to call it, that shit is unacceptable. even,
That's
even
interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, even the camping that we be doing, I see people don't like that, so they try to figure out how to fight the camping. But we ain't was a strictly camping crew. We was really doing everything. You got some people that might hide behind the wall and play the wall game. You got some people that run out. Yeah, and back then, even further before that, you have some people that blow you up if you hide it. But we don't do all weapons no more. We do rifles only now. And
Yeah,
yeah, it just became
it's
crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. What you trying to
no,
say?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's interesting because I remember a couple days ago, like I was basically telling you, like you kind of are the person that created HNG, and I remember I was telling you about it, and you're like, you didn't kind of like that label, but it's like
Yeah,
it's kind of true, like that the father of hide and gun or HNG was you. I mean, why
yeah, I can
don't you like
speak
that
on that a
label?
little bit more. I can speak a little bit about it. I can speak a little bit more on that, but I definitely would have hit the previous question too. But I'm gonna speak on that a little bit more, the HNG, because that was a more funnier subject, I guess. I made a whole video on YouTube, and it's called RNG Doesn't Exist on Xbox or something like that. I don't remember the exact title, but if I was to name it today, it'd be the same title. So I'm pretty sure it's like something similar to that. And
Yeah.
it pretty much RNG doesn't exist or something like that. I forgot, probably with a little emoji on there. And it was like one of my most viewed videos. And it really don't exist on there. We all had our own play style. Everybody play how you play. Like people be playing a wall game. Vinci invented the wall game. He trying to show us how to hard lock behind it and all this other dumbass shit. But really, we were just really running out there and shooting. Then we played his little game, but we adapted more to the wall.
Mhm.
I would say I don't really claim that title because I never really was just a person to sit there on the wall. I really like to explore my environment, especially if I'm recording. I can't just be sitting there behind one wall the whole goddamn time. I gotta actually act like I'm doing something out there. So I ain't really like the wall game too much, but I liked it. I loved it after when it became hard locks because it's like a little style of playing. Now it became trash after you just Houdini and just sit in your guns shooting behind them cardboard walls. So when I put HNG doesn't exist is when I came back to Xbox and I realized, damn, they found a whole new way to hide behind a wall where they passed Chunky Pop Tart. He was RBing. We used to get
Oh
mad
my
if he
god,
did
yeah.
RB. They passed Chunky Pop Tart. They started hitting the Houdinis. I said, oh yeah, RNG does exist on the Xbox, and it was
Yeah.
pretty much like a little joke because where I'm from in my city, they always joke, little ant head ass, little watermelon head, whatever. They always trying to make some flames of jokes and think this shit funny in an argument. So I kind of adapt to my city, and in a way, it was like a joke. I'm like, run a gun. These niggas not run, but these people not running gunning. They H gunning. They hide a gun. And like, I was just trying to make a little joke, and I ain't really like the name, but I see people really adapted to it, start making battles towards it. And I'm like, it was a whole joke. And every single time I see an HNG battle, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny because it's like it kind of go back to when I was just joking about Xbox, how nobody really run a gun. Everybody claim they're an RNG player. They probably have RNG in their name. Or, hey, I don't know. They have a lot of stuff in their name kind of relating to how they just be out in the open and they ain't even got to run a gun. They do run a gun maps only. But as soon as they on the map with some walls, they the biggest campers I ever seen in my life. I don't even camp that hard. They won a camping game. I thought I was the biggest camper. And when I seen people sit through the walls, I had to have somebody train me on that. I ain't even a person to have somebody to sit there and teach me how to play a game. But I had to literally sit there and have one of my players teach me how to shoot through a wall. I'm like, that's where it become ridiculous. I ain't like that shit.
So I know you were the leader of Reap Reapers of Life, Reapers for Life. Was there any other crew that you had or you ran or that you were in at all? Or is that kind of like the only crew you've ever been in?
The first crew, it is called Reapers of Life. He was right the first time. Like, it ain't really for life. We just represent for life because we in this shit for life. But it's of life. And the reason I made the crew because I was like, hey, I don't know. I believe in both sides of it, especially Egyptian knowledge. I ain't gonna get too deep with that because that's supposed to be for something else in my real life thing. But I'm big with Egyptians and all that other type of stuff, and they represent the dead. So I'm like, hey, Reapers is pretty much the king of the dead. As soon as you die, you got to see them. But a life, because I represent life too, so it all come back full circle, reincarnation, everything else. And it's
Mm,
just pretty much Reapers of Life. And we just feel like, I don't know, it was really competitive. It was really just by myself, how I felt as myself, and everybody else just wanted to join. It's just like I felt as an individual. And it was supposed to be a solo crew. So Reapers of Life really supposed to be a solo crew, but it just turned to a little crew battling crew. Then after that, I think it was RIPX.
mm-hmm.
We pretty much undead demons. And that's just pretty much what I got nasty with the crew battles. And we just like, yeah, we crew battle heavy now. We might do the 4 letters Vinci because we could do RIPX. That's just dope. Because that was our 4 letter thing. And I think we did actually do 4 letters for a little bit, but then I want to go back to my originality. I ain't really want to go take on somebody else's personality because he wasn't doing no 4 letters. I feel like anybody, if you make the crew seem original, you can make it original. And that's how Reapers of Life got on the map. We got Reapers in the back of everybody's name. We ain't got the 4 letters. You can make it original. You can make it original some type of way. That's why I respect Fully Bill so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fully crew, he actually made it original. But I give UTLX because he the first one that did it. He original. But everybody else out there, I feel like they some little copycats. I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't trying to copy nobody's stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
for
to make
sure.
it different. Q6, he definitely made original too. He did 2 letters. He said, I ain't even got to do 4. I put him on the map too.
So
But yeah,
what's your thoughts on Q6? From my point of view, I kind of see Q6 as like the second generation of Reapers. That's kind of how I see it. Honestly, Reapers was like you were the grandfather of HNG. Y'all kind of, I guess, started that trend, and then Q6, after Rep X, of course, Q6 kind of was the best HNG crew at their time in like 2016, 2017, a little bit of
yeah.
2015, but they're kind of
I get
after
that.
you. Like, what's your thoughts on Q6?
I get that question, but I think the previous question, I don't even know if I finished answer. What was the previous question?
Um, what other crews you were in before Reap?
So yeah, I'm gonna answer the Q6 question next. I was in RIPX, and then after RIPX, um, we end up trying to battle Vinci, but I guess he wanted to do like 4v4s only. So he wanted to do a bigger crew. He would not do a Reap. I don't know his Reap. Maybe we got the Reap players. I can always find somebody dope in the lobby. And I'm always connect with them, and then I'm always recruit them if they willing to join. So some of them wasn't willing to join under their own crew, or they wasn't willing to join under my crew. So I was like, oh, hold on, I'll make a new crew. And I made 187X. I think it was called Murder Capital. From a dangerous city. Yeah, they call this a Murder Capital. So I'll be getting all my ideas really from my city here a little bit. But
Was King Chrome in that
187X,
crew?
I don't remember all the players in the crew, but if he was at Black Cheese, he was probably in that crew because Reap reunited the crew with like Black Cheese, a lot of Black Cheese players, and then there was the other players. That's the first time we really did crew hopping. I'm like, these people can't join my crew
I was
at the
in
same time.
187X for a little bit, but I
Yeah, so
got
I was like,
invited from King Chrome. Yeah.
these people can't join my crew because we all Reapers and Black Tees, he would have let all of us join, but I'm like, I'm not joining no other crew because I'm a Reaper. But I could make my own crew, so it was 187X. But then I left that crew because I ain't really represent that type of lifestyle. I was just like, hey, I just made the crew just to battle UTLX and the AVA because they wasn't battle reaping the AVA. But
Mm-hmm.
they would have battled that unknown crew in the AVA, so that was easy to get a battle out of them. And then after that, I think I came back and joined the Purge. That was the first time I actually crew hopped in life. Like people probably think I'm just Reap for life. I am. When I came back and helped Purge with little videos, it was like a business move. And that's how they got their videos on YouTube. I guess I forgot the crew tag. But the crew was called the Purge. And a lot of people know that. So
wasn't it Merc
then,
or something like that?
I don't know if it was Merc. I forgot the 4 letters, but I know the crew tag was the Purge. And before the videos, they kind of wanted me to have the Cyrus of the Purge popping up. So we pretty much had a little Cyrus popping up. If they 4 tags was Merc, I don't think it really makes sense to me. I think they tried to shorten Purge, but it probably was Merc. I'm not sure what it was. But I do know that I was in the Purge for like a good month, doing all little battles, recording them for them.
Oh,
And
Fate.
upload them.
I think it was called Fate, probably.
Yeah, it was probably called Fate. That sounds more familiar. It was probably called Fate. And after the Purge, I went back to Reap. So Reap, RIPX, Purge. And then after I went back to RIPX for a little bit, I wanted to kind of make a little recruitment crew because too much people wanted to join Reap at that time, and that's where I had life. But I ain't really look at it as a recruitment crew. I looked at it like the other part of Reap, the part that Reap already originally needed. So it's like Reaper rest in peace. We be always saying Reaper rest in peace, and people always just be saying added for life because I be having all type of people in there, especially like gang members or whatever that really represent something. They represent to the fullest. They feel like it's in them for life, and they be like, man, like this shit is in my soul. Like I'm really power or something. Like talk about some gang stuff, but then they'll go back and be like, but Reap, like I really represent this as an online crew because like, yeah, I fuck with y'all. So it's Reap for life. I'm in this shit for life. And like I forgot what's his name. I'm not even gonna say I forgot his name. I'm gonna remember his name. His name Dead Red Suit. But yeah, he was one of my homies that kind of made me bring to life together because he pretty much like, hey, everybody just and Reap just because of name. And we gotta really see who in this for life, like who in this shit to the end, who not gonna be no crew hoppers and jumping in and out, trying to be in the best crew for the moment, who just really like want to chill with us in free mode and relax. People just want to do the crew battles. So my main 3 crews eventually became Reap, RIPX, and Life. RIPX pretty much retired. I'll probably never bring them back, no matter how much people want me to bring them back. Cause I still like, if we would be competitive, we'll be competitive with Reap. I just feel like RPX is just like, in the moment, we felt like, hey, if we was to go to the championships and the stuff that you also mentioned in another question, were how the tournaments, like if it be some tournaments with the crews, like how they do Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's when I'll probably bring RIPX in there. But if we don't really take it that professional as a community, it's gonna forever be Reap and forever be Life. And Life gonna be just a competitive crew. I mean, like a recruitment crew to see how you is as a person, and then Reap will be competitive.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of how like RNGL had it. That RNGL and the recruitment crew merged. That'd be really good for that. Yeah. I feel like y'all should have something like that for sure. So
want me to answer the Q6 question now because that's pretty much
what's your thoughts on Q6?
The rest with it.
Yeah.
As far as Q6, I feel that they pretty much doing their thing. They kind of be original as they wanted to, like as they could possibly be. Like they tried to battle us one time. He say we kind of cheated, whatever. I don't know if we really cheated, but shit, I ain't never gonna own up to it if we did. Cause I'm like, shit, everybody played the way they played. And if we end up cheating, then we cheated, but we got the rematch. I guess it was something happened with a little glitch there too. But I do feel like Q6 as a crew.
Why'd they say you cheated?
I'm not sure. Maybe some of my players blew them up at the end. I'm not sure what happened. You have to ask him. Yeah, something that originally happened in a regular CVC, but I don't be calling the shots. I mean, I call the shots as a boss, But I don't be calling the shots. I like crew is Reap is really like a crew where you can just play how you play, like how I originally said. You could just really that's your style. You play how you play. Now we go try to follow the rules. We go not do all weapons because I got some people that I recruited that only use grenade launchers only and all this other dumbass shit. I'm like just like play by the rules and hopefully they play by the rules. And then I guess he recorded something or he's saying something that I ain't see or I didn't record. But I'm not really too sure. That's why I say you had to ask him. Like I'm not really being funny. I really don't know. I forgot in the moment.
Okay.
But yeah. As far as Q6 as a crew though, I feel like they cool original crew. I like how they doing things. I don't never really say they been like us because we was representing like Reapers a lot more, and they've saying like they was representing the Joker lifestyle a little bit more. But I just like I feel like there was original crew. I feel like they could get put on the map. And if anybody was trying to be like Reap, like what about UTLX? They 75% of their members was my members. They only did 4v4s. They had Warrior and Compulsive. So that's pretty much a Reap 2.0.
Okay.
The Foolies was original, and everybody else pretty much Reap 2.0. They couldn't make it a Reaper. They was already Reap. They try to get back under Reap under another name later on in the future, or they just looked up to Reap to the point where we beat them in a battle, so they want to kind of do what we do. They just stop hanging around in free mode and doing races all day, but they really became a whole strictly CVC crew. I say the whole community is just Reap clones, but Q6. If I'm labeling like that, then yeah, Q6 a Reap clone too. But I don't consider them a Reap clone because I don't feel like I built the community. I just feel like I just opened some doors, and them doors was pretty much let people be who they want to be. Q6, I don't look at them like Reap at all. They Q6. They yeah, I don't look at it like that.
Yeah, that's a good
I
answer.
say the most person if I was to actually say anybody was closest to Reap, I'd probably say the Black T's crew leader. Not even the Black T's themselves, but the Black T's crew leader. And I ain't even trying to throw no shade on nobody, but it's like, every time I look at him, I'll be like, Dad, you trying to copy my style. I forgot his name. Because they might not even be the crew leader. It might just be somebody that's claiming they the crew leader. But yeah, I forgot his name. If I was to say his name, then that's the person I'm strictly talking about. But Q6, they got their own originality. They different.
So back then, you couldn't really pull members from like other crews because you were like one of the first crews. So of course, building up multiple crews and being, a leader of like successful, I guess, crews. How is it, like what could someone do, I guess, to be someone that could build a crew like that? Because you've built multiple successfully and you've built it all with original members. Like, how did you find those people and what could someone do to, I guess, do that as well?
They all probably came from Reapers originally or Life, the recruitment crew, Reapers of Life, because most of them actually came from Life. And I started trying to train people, trying to show them how they could play. And that's when I was like, had enough time for the game. And I just started spending a lot of time training people. My main thing was really training either if you real young, because people who don't like getting killed by little young people. If you real young or you a female, I'll probably sit there and take the time to train you. But I feel like if you was like my age or whatever, you kind of should already know how to play the game. I kind of felt like if you was a dude, you already should know how to play the game. But there's a couple of dudes that I trained that was young, so I was like, I give them the benefit of the doubt. They was a little young, and I'm like, damn, if you get smacked by a 10-year-old, you about to be mad. So I had trained train some little young people, and I trained females because you also get trained. You get hit by a female, you about to be mad. And that's why a lot of my crew battles have females. This just had diversity. It's just everybody in the book, female, young, old. It's somebody to kind of structure the crew, somebody to just run out there, somebody that got some sense. Because you got all these hot head males running around. Nobody want to add a female in the crew. They just like always like, oh, they can't shoot. But I don't care if it's the biggest crew battle. I still have a female in there.
Yeah, for sure. So, in all your time of playing GTA in the competitive side of things, is there anything that you regret? Any 1v1s, any CVCs, or any crew choices that you've made?
A crew choice I may regret that I made is probably 187 next. because I don't represent them to this day, and joining the purge because I don't represent them to this day.
Okay, so basically just joining crews that you're no longer associated or affiliated with.
Well, and making crews that I'm no longer affiliated with because I made 187X. But yeah,
Okay.
it's joining crews and making crews that I'm no longer affiliated with because if I make something or join something, I want to be part of it for life. I'm real big on loyalty and I don't do all that crew hopping. I be trying to tell everybody else like that crew hopping is lame and I can't be a hypocrite. So I don't like that I joined the purge and I don't like that I made 187X.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Okay.
then first 1v1s, I don't regret none of them, even if they was uploaded, because most of the time they was uploaded. I guess it's time to clear the waters now. That probably wasn't even me. Only one person really beat me is bad, and actually two people, but they never uploaded. I'll probably say both of the names just because they didn't upload it. Vince, he beat me one time when he was trying to show me how to play, and Kirk beat me one time because he pretty much was hell. He just beat me because he wanted revenge or something, but
Hey,
he
I
ain't
mean,
never.
honestly, out of anybody that could beat you, those two people are probably like the best people to beat you because it makes sense, you know? At least like no randoms beating on you. You know, it is people that it makes sense. You know what I mean? It actually gave a battle. So,
Far as everybody else, like I seen the King Slew video and all that stuff, that was my brother he was playing, and
yeah.
like even Kirk know that and he was laughing like that. You gonna let your brother upload your film? I'm like, I don't really care though because people know I wasn't playing around that time. If people already knew who I was around that time, they know I always had a job in the city and pretty much doing 16-hour shifts every day, but still find some time for GTA, which kind of made it impossible for me to build and continue it on. I just eventually gave all the way up, but it's kind of crazy that I was able to maintain the little status that I had.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like all them things. I don't regret no 1v1s because ain't nobody really upload me. Like Busy and Kirk, they ain't upload me. If they upload me, I would have probably regretted some. But they ain't never re-upload me. And the battles I ain't never up like regret against no battles because we win some, we lose some. And Reap had a lot of losses, but it was like a lot of people just playing unfair. So we counted all our losses. We have a whole bunch of losses, but we ain't only count the ones where people legitimately beat us. And I felt that our record was decent. RPX, even if they cheated, they couldn't really beat us. So that's why I don't even really want to bring out retirement. People just want to be in a rush to go add another loss on RPX, but I think they only got one loss, if that.
Hmm.
And nobody really got no pictures or nothing of it. So I could really claim undefeated, but I'm such a real person. I think I still added that one loss.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So back then, at least on 360 for me, there was a weirdo named OG Boogeyman. I guess in 2016, 2017, or 2015, or 2016 mainly, there was a weirdo named Minority. On Red Dead, there was a weirdo named Lubbers, RIP Lubbers. Back then, I hear a lot of stories. Was King Slew that weirdo that just bugged everybody? You know, with the snack glitching and then posting your brother. Like, was he that guy that's just like,
It
what the fuck? There's always that one person.
was probably two people. I think it was King Slew, and it could have also been Chunky Pop-Tart, but I think it was King Slew. Chunky Pop-Tart art band, but he used to get
Yeah.
on my nerves too, like that weirdo. But yeah, King Slew. I believe he is the one that just sit there and eat snacks while you shooting at him, man. Yeah, it's everything else you named. Yeah, I
That's
don't
funny.
really recall because like the weirdos, I don't be pretty much giving too much attention. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
play, and then if you play with somebody like that, be like, oh yeah, they on some other stuff. We ain't playing them again. Like we not about to shoot him this much time, so he just eating all these bullets while eating snacks.
Yeah. Okay. So all the moments that you've had on GTA, you know, growing with the community, your crews, the crew wins and everything, your 1v1s. What was the most memorable moment in the competitive side of GTA 5?
It's a lot of memorable moments. The moment we beat UTLX with 187, that was pretty much our first one. UTLX act like they was on top of the charts. And they took most of my people just climbing away with all the hard work I done done. So I'm like, if I could beat my own people, and then that made me on top. And I finally beat them. It made them all leave with 187X. And
Mm.
another memorable moment would probably be with The Foolies, that's why I always give Foolie Bills his props because they had the most fun out the game. UTLX was like the most competitive memory. Foolies is the most funnest memory. You could just go to a random lobby and they can get the death matches started for you and everything else is cool. Talking trash to Foolie Bills, he talk right back to you. He got the New York accent and it's just like
Yeah.
it was hella funny. And then Black Tees, I just give everybody their props. Like Black Tees, it was cool with them. They pretty much was like more on the business side and really wanted to make moves, but I'm like, we ain't really joining nothing. We just like Reaper rest in peace for life. We already like 3 different crews and RPX retired. But it's just like Reaper life. We just pretty much Reapers. We ain't like uniting, but they was cool because they never like got mad after we beat them. They always became the Black Tees, never switched their crews and just always just wanted to kind of unite, but I wasn't with the
Hmm.
united part, but I felt the energy, so they was real cool people.
Okay.
Q6, pretty much the same way, and if I was to unite with anybody, it would be them, but we still reap recipes for life. I'd never unite with nobody. Um, we got even older people than that, dominated pretty much the people that introduced all weapons. Anybody could bring some originality in it. Because like when I started crew battles, I just wanted to be original. I ain't wanted to just keep on copying people. Even ARs only, I feel like, hey, that's a lame game. That's probably why a lot of people started adapting to hide and gun or either run and gun.
TTG
But I
was
don't
really
feel like
fun
it.
too. You played that?
You said which one?
TTG tactic game.
I'm not sure if I played TCG.
Oh, okay. It was a pretty big style, like 2015, 2016 with like XLGX. I know Six Fucks still plays. DM&D plays TTG on like PlayStation now. But yeah, that's another play style. Basically like run and gun, but it's like HNG, but with biker helmets, not bulletproof helmets, but biker helmets and no RPGs. And you can use shotguns, machine guns, ARs, and it's like hide and gun like that. And you play on Rockstar made maps. It's
Yeah, that
it's
sounds
pretty
like a
fun.
cool and nice play style. When somebody come with originality like that,
Mm-hmm.
I like the different play styles, so I kind of like switching up my play style a little bit, but I don't like switching it up where it's forced because you're trying to win a battle, either hiding and making the end of the game 0-0, or just running out there and then just get it hit by people that's camping super hard. Like everybody saying they go run out, but it's still somebody behind the wall. I don't really like a little restricted play style, but it's cool to have it restricted in some areas, especially if you really want to be a run and gun player on PlayStation. I see how they do it. It seems like they got a community, but as far as Xbox, we really can't call it hide gun. You call it hide gun, the map go end at 0-0. Everybody gonna have a mindset of hiding. You call it run and gun. People gonna get camped on and then end up getting blown up because people gonna be calling it disqualification. I think we just need to originally call like ARs only how we originally had did it. And just let people play how they play. But if it's a camper right there and eventually call them out at the end of the map, let them know to run outside, like y'all really capping too much, but and they should already know. But I just like original play styles. And we really can.
Okay. So moving on from GTA 5, where were you guys on Red Dead 2? Like, I seen that you posted a few montages on Red Dead 2. Why didn't you guys go full force and, do crew battles and really build up on Red Dead 2?
Red Dead 2 was I was gonna pretty much take it like how I did GTA Online to start with. I was just playing just to play and see how it was. I go into a random lobbies. I was playing it pretty much almost every day for like 3 or 4 months. I just never really had them videos or nothing else to kind of prove it because I ain't built a crew on there. I was a solo player. That's how I play pretty much all my games. I be a solo player. And I ain't grabbed the attention on Red Dead that I grabbed on GTA Online.
Okay.
Well, I was just in there as a solo player. I was playing, but my crew wasn't on there.
All right. Um, so talking about GTA 6, I know it's a year from now. What are you wanting to see GTA 6 add to online and whatnot?
I don't know. GTA 6 will do whatever they want to do. Like I like the concept they want to bring it in Florida. And I'm gonna just start all the way over. It's just gonna be like a new area to me, a whole bunch of new people playing. It's gonna be 10, 15, probably 100 times as much people playing. There's so much people anticipating the game where we got such a small community, but it's large upon us. But I could just be a solo player and grab pretty much a whole bunch of attention, just not in the crew way. I would do it a crew battle again, but it takes too much to build a crew, especially when the crews don't, or they want to keep on hopping and go to other crews. It just takes too much to build a crew. I could sit there and build a crew if I had time. Right now, I feel like I ain't got time. So right now, my moment is just going in there solo. But if I eventually get more time in the future, I might build another crew. But I don't think I'm gonna take it the same way. It's just gonna be we gonna be chilling, relaxing. I just want to have fun on the video game. We going on there, anticipating the battle, sitting in there in the lobby, waiting for an hour, play the battle, probably sweaty for the next hour. Over a battle that probably didn't even hit double digit numbers just because everybody just like it's too much. I just think it's easier to build a community. You just go in there and play. They might say you're just playing against randoms, but I say everybody was a random at first. Even Vinci was a random. I just went in there, played him the same way. I just went in there trying to shoot him in the lobby, and he was getting with me. And then we eventually became deathmatch buddies. And he joined my crew and everything else. But yeah, I just feel like I just build a crew. I just go in there building. I'm better at building solo than building with a whole bunch of people. I'm not about to go unite with everybody else. So go find all my old members and try to build start where we left off. I'm gonna just start fresh. Be a solo player, just join, have fun, and I'm gonna see where it goes. But eventually, I do hope it go as them tournaments, like how you mentioned earlier, because I'll be telling a couple people about them. But I'm like, yeah, probably never hit that because we all ain't got no set rules. Everybody want to play how they want to play, and that's cool too. Because if we all agreed on how somebody played, then it could change the game up. But we all want to play how somebody else play. Well, it'd be cool if every little battle was different. We just start the rules in the beginning. That's why I ask somebody how they play, and then I try to show the little text message or something in the beginning of the video of what the rules is, just in case somebody played just slightly different. Like we actually using lesser this time. I really didn't care about diversity. I just cared about people breaking the rules. And y'all say we ain't gonna run off mount, but eventually we get up, and then y'all take the lead. Y'all run off mount.
Okay. All right. So, this is towards like the end of the interview. Is there anything else you kind of want to, I guess, close on before I wrap it up? Before I ask the last question?
Nah, you pretty much hit a good topics. The forums, the crews. I guess you ain't pretty much asked who my favorite crews, but I really ain't got no favorite crews. All the crews I mentioned, they're pretty much aligned with that question. So you can pretty much
Yeah.
ask them.
I never asked who was the best player back then, in your opinion, if you had to choose one.
Chaun Reaper.
Other than Chaun Reaper.
I don't know. It was always competitive. I always felt like I was the best. Who was my biggest challenge? That'd be probably a better way to ask that question. The better challenge, my best challenge out of all them people.
Yeah. Who was your biggest or best challenge?
As in running the crew wise, like if we was the battle of crew,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it to whoever ran pretty much RNGL. Like they was some lames at the end for blowing us up. But I did respect how they actually had some real
Alex
life
Inferno.
shooters. Yeah, so whoever ran that crew, he ran it pretty well. And as the best player, like in a 1v1, Kurt.
Okay.
Ain't nobody ever do me like Kirk. I'm like, I don't even know where you learned this shit. He ain't even a dope player in everybody eyes because he probably don't be like the top on the crew battles, but like 1v1 wise, I don't know where the fuck he learned that dumbass shit. And it's probably because I never experienced that because I was about to just go into 1v1 with a different play style. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to do all that extra hot and stuff. That just go kill the game.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So to wrap it up, what is one person you'd like to see me interview? And like, what would you like to have me ask them? Like, is there anybody particular?
Yeah, you can interview Q6 Kirk. You already interviewed everybody else. And the leader of Black Tees, I'll be forgetting his name.
And if I can find out who that is, I've always wanted to get. I think the big three for me, is I guess the big four or whatnot is I guess Dark Lord, or I'm gonna say the big five: Dark Lord, Gold Revolvers, Vitsy, Pig Jam, and you. So I've already got Vitsy and Dark Lord and you. So it's very hard to get in contact with Pig Jam. I played with him about 2 years ago for like a day and haven't heard of him since. And Gold Revolvers already hit me up to do an interview before GTA 6 comes out. But I kind of want to get Pig Jam. You never really spoke to him back then, did you? Like, you don't have any contact or anything with him?
You know, we just watched some videos and I seen him doing his thing on GTA. I challenged him. He actually responded, but he ain't accept the challenge. And I ain't really think Pit Jam was a great player. I just like felt like he ain't really was part of the community because I never seen him
Okay.
around. I never actually played with him or nothing. But I seen his video and he did have some nice videos, but I never actually met him as a person. That's why I ain't got no really contact or nothing. I don't even know how to reach him.
Okay, for sure. I
But
think.
yeah, he was a part of the community. There's a whole bunch of people that's part of the community, and I don't know. You could name Pig Jam because he was part of the first videos, but I don't think that means you part of the community. Like people that stuck around, even
Mm-hmm.
Missy, I don't feel like he stuck around. Q6, he did stick around. Black Tees, they stuck around as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I seen them
I wonder
for the
who Black
longest, but
Tees. I wonder who's the leader of Black Tees, because that's not. I've never heard of Black Tees. That's the crew name is Black Tees.
yes, Black Tees, and I think the leader is like Dark Vader or something. I can get in contact with him. I've read my old messages on Xbox. I just haven't logged in a while. But when I
Mm.
log in, I have updated information for you. But you got a lot of crews out there that actually been like part of the community. And when I was trying to challenge people, a lot of these crews either accepted or they declined in their own type of way. It's like PB&K, they always decline it. I guess they saying we made videos too, and they just wasn't trying to get uploaded. But we
Yeah.
would have uploaded every video, and even if we lost, they could have had it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure what happened to them if they went to PlayStation or they stayed in the community. I just never ran into no members or I never played with them or nothing like that.
Yeah, because I remember like they were also a part of like the GTA forums and stuff like that back then, so they're really OG. But yeah, I'm guessing the next person, if I were to, um, I would like to do Kirk. Because I feel like I've known Kirk since I'd say 2015, 2016. I've been in Q6 for a while, and like I know him, but I know his lore goes deeper than what I may think. So I'd love to sit down and just have a convo and, you know, add him to the channel, because basically with this interview series, I kind of want my YouTube channel to be like the Library of Alexandria, where like GTA
Yeah.
6, when people are like, oh, running on a GTA 6, like, what is this? And when they look it up, they can see these interviews and watch stories of these people that help build that community. So that's kind of why I'm wanting to do this series with so many OGs or old players, because just so other people can learn as well, because not a lot of people know. Like now, the people that play, I'm like Unk. I'm the oldest player, and like I wasn't even in it like that. You know what I mean? I was a little 11-year-old person, a little 11-year-old kid that didn't even have a mic, didn't talk to anybody. I just stuck to, Doug Boy Copper, Rozzy, and people like that, and I never talked to anybody else really. I was always quiet, so I don't really know in depth a lot of the crazy stuff that is on YouTube or the lore back then, because I really wasn't active in it, but I was there. I was kind of just like a bystander. So I'd like more people to learn about how it was back then for sure, because it's the golden days.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then hopefully we can start something new except for all that camping stuff on GTA 6. But when I hop in GTA 6, I'm definitely gonna be a solo player. I don't even think about building a new crew. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
always gonna represent Reap. Like I'm not gonna change my name. I'm not gonna change my crew. But I don't think I'm gonna be on the recruiting street. I'm gonna just be trying to rebuild something because I kind of lost what we gained. I
Yeah.
lost like everything that everybody kind of praised. We really lost it. Like people just sit behind a wall and wait in the lobbies for too long trying to change gaming tags, and they be doing too much when it could just be hop up in a lobby, let's play, and get on the rest with our day. But we set a whole crew battle on one day. If it's a crew battle to this day, it's gonna take that whole day. We got it prepped for the morning, and then it's starting at nighttime.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, honestly, for GTA 6, I feel like so on Red Dead they had the shoulder swap. You remember the shoulder swap where instead of GTA 5 where it's all right hand peek, you could switch to left hand peek. You remember that?
Yeah,
So I think GTA 6 is going to implement that. So the shoulder peeking or the shoulder swapping along with automatic weapons is going to create a lot of HNG, especially in the competitive side, because that's what it did for Red Dead. Red Dead with the shoulder swapping. In the initial beta days, it was a lot of run and gun because people didn't know about shoulder swapping. And then sort of after beta days, when shoulder swapping was introduced and people really used it more, it caused people to camp more because there was more angles to really shoot from. So you couldn't really just run out because someone could just corner pop you. You know what I mean? As with GTA 5, right hand peek only. I mean, disregard the Houdinis and whatnot. It was just
yeah.
running out and shooting whoever can outgun. So I think GTA 6 implementing the shoulder swap is definitely going to affect the RNG side of things. I don't really see the competitive like tournaments and whatnot being RNG unless there's set rules, of course. But that's kind of how I see it.
That's cool too. RNG play, I'm like, play how you play, but if anybody in the map with 0-0, that's the trashiest battle in the world.
Yeah, for sure. But also the shoulder swapping is going to create a lot more activity. So instead of camping in one spot and only having a right hand peek, which means you have a limited advantage or a limited possibility of rushing them, now you have shoulder swap. So now you can rush them left side because you're strong on your left side, and you can rush them right side. So it's like just more opportunities to rush. So it's just going to make it more active. So I don't really know. You never know until the
Yeah,
game comes out.
the shoulder swap might help it out a lot because not as much people gonna be hiding on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Because there have been a lot of people are being on the left hand side and doing a lot of other type of funny stuff. I even
Mm-hmm.
hold the left trigger, I think halfway. So everybody had their way of playing on the left hand side. But if you could shoulder swap, it will make the game a lot easier. And it might help it from the cap. And people might be motivated to run out there more because we could watch both angles. But how we had it originally in GTA, I don't think that'll ever work out again if they keep the same type of play style, which they shouldn't. They've been like 15 years in development.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think it'll be a great start, but that's why I kind of want to start fresh. I don't want to just hop in there, ain't touch a game in 2 years. I haven't even literally played a game since I left GTA. Don't want to hop in a game after playing the game for 2 years and just get beat by people that been playing constantly and Call of Duty and Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped playing and just been focused on life, but I'm eventually hop back into GTA. And I'm gonna start it fresh, like I'm just starting in the community. I'm not about to just go start it to the people that's been practicing for the longest and ready to get the one up on me. Yeah, I beat Chaun Reaper the first day on Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5.
So we're not gonna see you coming back to GTA 5 for the rest of this year, or are you thinking of, I guess, popping in a few TDMs here and there before GTA 6 comes out?
No, y'all not see me on GTA 5 at all this year. But in GTA 6, you might not even see me on GTA 6 unless you know me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
be
sure.
have my account. Like even if I log in today and ain't nobody gonna know I'm logging in. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
just have my account kind of hidden until I'm ready to come out and pop out. But I don't think that'll be a while until I kind of build a new community because I don't like what's going on in the regular community. But
Yeah.
we'll have to start something different anyway with a new game. But it's gonna be the same concept. People gonna be figuring out how to count the hardest, and I just want to find original players. That's how I kind of
Mm-hmm.
started, and I want to kind of keep that same concept. Just find people that just play the game in their own type of way, not trying to copy somebody else's play style.
Yeah.
Everybody should be corner popping. There should be at least some people corner popping, some people RBing, some people running out. Maybe one person throw a rocket launcher, but everybody don't get mad and throw a bomb. Like everybody should have their own play style.
Yeah. I do feel like GTA, what I've noticed is like the beginning first month of the game is how the rest of the community is going to be. So if we go in there and create the rules like strongly the first month and abide by them. As with like Red Dead 2, for example, Vitzi created these rules, or gods, my crew gods, we created these rules called CVC rules, where you use a certain gun, you cannot use bombs, you don't use certain abilities, and that's what we implemented on day one, and that was called CVC rules. And to this day, people play CVC rules, and that's like RNG on Red Dead. But we didn't really push the fact of not using walls, because we kind of use that as like makes it more skillful if you can control the walls and whatnot. But I feel like on GTA 6, if we were to build the rules, of course, the first month of building the rules is very important. If we implement not using walls and stick it, then I feel like it'll pass on. I mean, for GTA 5, for example, ARs only, no Lester. It was basic rules. Nobody really knew what HNG was back then. Everybody just ran out. And then HNG started growing from it. But then the community was big enough to where it would separate HNG and run and gun. Red Dead 2 wasn't big enough to separate run and gun and HNG. It was just all HNG. But I feel like for GTA 6, it'll be big enough to where we can separate RNG and HNG. Probably. Hopefully. I think so.
Yes, I feel like it'll be big enough too. That sounds like a good plan. You got to set the rules from the start,
Yeah.
and everybody will follow. Because at the end of the day, everybody still follows the rifles only rules, and sometimes no Lester. Sometimes people use Lester, but people definitely follow the ARs only rule and just adapted their own styles off of that.
Yeah.
And it'd be so big where you could kind of separate both of them different play styles. And we can call it H&G and RNG, but H&G was a joke. But I guess it became a whole culture. I guess it's pretty much called it camping without camping, but really we camping, we hiding. That's the whole part of H&G, hiding and gunning.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right. Is there anything else you want to say to everybody?
We the rest in peace for life.
For real, for real. Okay. And just saying, on GTA 6, if you ever like are back into CVCs with your people, my crew gods are gonna have to beat y'all. So I want to apologize. I want to apologize beforehand. I say this to everybody I interview. If y'all come back, we're gonna have to do y'all dirty. I know I respect y'all. I give y'all flowers, but I'm just letting you know. I told that to Dark Lord too. So just letting you know. But
After we beat you, then if you want to change your gamer tag and join my crew, I guess we be in the same little cycle all over again. But yeah, every time we beat a crew, they be trying to join us. And
yeah.
you always welcome to join. You seem like you're cool. You can interview all these other people and ask them how it feel. They re-whooped y'all ass or something at the end of a battle.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right. Well, I appreciate, talking to you and having everybody, learn more about you. Of course, I know about you and a lot of OGs know, but, these 2020 people, they have no clue before 2018. So just let them know.
Appreciate you still trying to give out the word out there because a whole bunch of people have just been silent about it. But you're trying to be the voice. So go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. And I think your channel will grow to like crazy levels.
Hopefully.
Actually, I know it'll grow to crazy levels because everybody's still trying to get back at it.
Yeah. All right, man. See ya. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.